In this lecture we will see the order placing mechanism. So we will implement two pages, checkout page and save order page. Checkout page will receive the customer information from the user and pass on this information to save order page. That will actually save the order information in the database and give acknowledge the customer about the order number. So let's start with the checkout page. Checkout page is a simple page. It has three text boxes: name for getting name, phone and address from the user, and when the user will submit the place order button, it will pass on this information to save order page. Before explaining the save order page, let's see the diagram. Now we have received the customer information from the user. We have the order information of the user in the cart table, the product he has selected and the quantity of each product he has selected. Now for placing the order, we have to fill this information, the customer information and its order information, in these two tables, order table and order detail table. The customer information along with the current date will go in the order table. Once this information is saved, after saving the information, we will get the order ID of the currently saved order. Because order ID is an auto increment integer field, so auto increment fields are assigned value when the record is saved. So we will save this customer information and order and the current date or the order date in the order table, and then we will read back the order ID against this currently saved record. Once we have the order ID, then we can fill the data in the order detail table. We will use this order ID, this product ID and quantity, and we will get the unit price of this product from the product table. So to save data in the order table, we need order ID, which we will read back from the order table and save in a PHP variable. We will get product ID and quantity from the cart table against the current session ID of the user, and we will get the unit price from the product table against this product ID. And we have to do all this coding in the we have to perform all these steps in the save order page. So let's start. First we open up the session and we get the session ID of the user and save it in session ID variable. Then we store the customer information from the checkout page in PHP variables, name in name, phone variable, and address in address variable. To get the date, we call the PHP date function. The format of the function is date, and in parentheses we get the format in which we want to get the date. MySQL store dates in YMD format. It means first of all we mention the year as a four digit number, then month, then date. So this is the format. Capital Y means four digit year, then a dash, then M means 2-digit month, a dash, and then a 2-digit day. So this we will get the current date and save it in the ODate variable. Now we have all the information to store in the order table. We have the customer name, phone and address, and we have the order date. So we will establish connection with the database. We will insert this information, insert into orders, ODate, name, address, and I missed out the phone, name, phone and address, and ODate. The value, the date value is given in single quotes, just like a text field. So name, phone, all these four fields are text field. Sorry, these three are text field, and date is ODate is a date field, but date field is also given the value of date field is also given in single quotes. We will execute the query. As a result, this information will be stored in the order table. Now we have to get the order ID of this currently saved record. So there is a function in PHP called mysqli insert ID. This function gets the recently assigned auto increment value in the database. This function gets the recently assigned auto increment value from the database, and we know that we have just entered the order record, so we will get the order ID and save it in the OID variable. Now we have the order ID, and we have to transfer the record from cart table to the order detail table. So our next query is select, we get PID from the cart, quantity from the cart table, unit price from the product table, and because we are linking, we have to link these two tables from cart comma product, where cart.product ID is equals to product.product ID, and session ID will be equal to this session ID, which means the current user, because there can be many users working on the server at the same time. So we have to get the data from the cart that is related to the user, that to the current user. Okay, we will execute the query and we will carry out a loop on the cart. We will read the product ID, quantity, unit price from the cart table. We have the order ID, so we will have all the information to enter into the order detail table. Insert into order detail, order ID, product ID, quantity, unit price, values. So this is the order ID, this is the product ID, this is the quantity, and this is the unit price. So when this loop will be over, all the entries in all the records in the cart table will be transferred to the order detail table for the current session or the current customer. Once we are done with it, we have to clear the cart table from we have to delete all the records against the current session from the cart table to clean it up. So delete from cart, where session ID is equals to the current session ID of the current user. So when we are done with all this, we have to display the acknowledgement to the user. So we will echo this, we will send this information to the client. Your order number is, we will display the order ID as the order number and whatever message you want to display. Now let's check this out. Let's go for checkout. Okay, let's say name is the order number is 0, order will be delivered in 3 to 5 working days. Okay, now we have to check this out, because normally a number 0 means the record is not so it means there is some error in the code, because auto numbering starts from 1, not from 0. We have to check this out. There is that field name mentioned in the query was incorrect. The field names are customer name, customer phone, and customer address, whereas I have written them name, phone and address. So let's correct them. Customer name, customer phone, customer address. Let's order number is 4. Now let's check this out. This is the order information. Order ID 4 is assigned here, and the order detail table. Order ID 4, we have two products with ID 1 and 2 with the unit prices and quantity 2 and 1. And this is the confirmation message we have received from the user.